Hello, British Columbia, across the BC Food and Wine Radio Network, and welcome to the wild, rocky, and windy Similkameen Valley. Our Valley First guests are partners in life and work from Corcelettes Estate Winery, Charlie and Jesce Baessler. Welcome to the show.
Thank you. It's
Thanks,
great to be
Anthony.
here.
Great to have the two of you here. We seldom get to talk to two people that have a dream that they've accomplished.
Yeah. It's still it's been an exciting journey.
Work in progress.
Jesce,
Yeah.
were you in from the start to run a winery and do all the work?
That's a really good question. I come from a background family business, but it's in aviation.
Yeah.
And I was just here kind of on a holiday from my job in the Arctic, and I met this cute guy in this valley who was, working at a vineyard, and and then the next year, all of a sudden, there's a barrel, and then the next year after that, there's 5 barrels.
And that was it.
And that was
Once
it.
you rolled out the barrels, you knew it was over.
Well, as you can appreciate, you always date someone in wine country with a wine tour.
Yeah.
And so, it was a ton of fun. It was good trickery.
So, Charlie, you were working in the Similkameen. You did some work at Clos de Soleil, I think, and then
Yeah. When I met Jesce, I was living, so he's working for a winery brewing out in Oliver, and so that's where that tour took place. And we've worked at a couple different places in the process, and we got the bug. I mean, you love the business, and you learn so much. It's this really exciting challenge, and along the way, Jesce, of course, shares it all. So I'd like to think I did drive her into this.
I think she does a lot of work. Well, your family were farmers.
Yeah,
way
that's
back
right.
when.
That's
so
right.
It wasn't a new thing for you.
No, so my family's background is in agriculture. I studied environmental science with a focus in chemistry to do everything but farm. My vision as a young scholar was to save the world through environmental sciences and reclamation.
Yeah.
It translated nicely though as I graduated. I had some job postings out for colder, more remote regions. And
you found one.
And I found work in the wine biz, and my experience in agriculture and my recently accomplished studies translated really well. And so I never left this industry. It's been very exciting.
And you never left the mountains. You're like 10 feet away from them, so you seem
right.
happy in that setting as well.
That's right. No, the Similkameen is just such an easy place to call home. We love it here. Yeah.
You have a young family, Jesce. How do you manage all that in this valley?
Well, it's a great place to raise kids. We're pretty blessed. It's, we've got the river 5 minutes away, and we spend a lot of time exploring that area with them.
Yeah.
They're definitely not city kids. They're not enrolled in 10 different classes every week. We don't have that type of service, but
Right.
we have the outdoors. We're hiking. We're taking them kayaking. We try to get them involved in the vineyard. I mean, they're only 6, so right now grapes is really interesting for them, but like the work getting to the grapes to grow is not
Sure.
that interesting. But we got a chicken coop now for the kids, and they're pretty happy about that. And we've got a great big German Shepherd that we were hiding on you guys right now because he's a
And
beast.
he's just wondering what's going on, and I'm not the center of the attention.
Yeah, he's their world. So.
Well, you mentioned the river. People whiz by. We used to whiz through this valley to get to the Okanagan. Now we stop. Obviously, there's so many great things to do here in wineries. But what can you do at the river? How can people access the river that don't live here?
Sure. So there's a great public park in Caramy. It's called Pine Park, and it provides good river access.
Right.
The beach is a little stony there. I'd say just upstream from that, the Red Bridge and the White Bridge.
Yeah,
are
Red Bridge is great.
Yeah, are great public access again with beautiful sandy beach type layouts, and the right time of the year, people jumping off the bridge. There's fishing, and it's also a really good launch point for those that dare to venture down the river on the people float on anything, but really, boats, kayaks. And then you can bridge your stops. You start at the Red Bridge, end up down in Caramias or Costin. You can choose how much sun you want, but there's a lot of amazing things to do just surrounding that body of water. I mean, other regions have lakes. We have a river. So it's,
there's also
gorgeous.
the provincial park Bromley Rock, which is just before Princeton in the Similkameen. Epic watering hole. That's probably our favorite family beach.
And camping there as
camping
well.
ground.
Yeah.
It's a provincial campground. It's awesome. It's awesome. The swimming there is just like, you
I
think you're
love
in
to hear
another
it.
planet.
Our guests are Charlie and Jesce Baessler. They're partners at Corcelettes Estate Winery in the Similkameen Valley. It's the organic capital of Canada. You got a lot of farmers around you growing a lot of interesting things. So do you get involved in that too? I mean, I know you're raising grapes, but...
Yeah, I mean, there's a huge community spirit in the valley. We source all of our product from as close to home as possible for two reasons. I truly believe that it is some of the best product in the world, and we get to deal with like-minded people, couples just like us that are having a hard go at, working the land and living from it, and it's amazing to be a part of that and to support it. Absolutely. I mean,
there's a lot of very skilled young farmers that come from, some of them coming from the city, wanting a change of lifestyle, and others that come from 3 generations of farming in this valley that they just know how to grow anything here.
Yeah. And there's things are changing. Like there's these sort of upscale farm markets and things happening all around here now that attracting people too.
Yeah.
it's
Just down the road, between us and in Coston, there's the farm store, which is brand new, a little grocery store. And then the market at Clippers is a new big up and coming thing that has all kinds of baked goods and all their produce is available there. It's amazing.
It's changed the definition of fruit standing, which is Carameus and Coston is so notorious for.
If I picked a time to come to the Similkameen during the season, what would you tell people? What would be a great time to visit the Similkameen?
Jeez,
Do you want to float? If you want to float the river, it's got to be like middle of July.
Yeah.
June, July,
towards August.
September is.
If you're coming to wine tour, September and October is the best because that's when all the big reds are released, all the best comes out. And if you're coming to fish, probably spring. Yeah, probably June.
You don't want high water to fish.
Oh,
but no, I mean, there's so much to offer that's unique in every season. But yeah.
Okay, we better say something about the winery or we'll get shot by the marketing director. What about Corcelettes now? What can people do here when they come? What's the hospitality like, other than very generous, as I can see?
So we used to do service just within our wine shop at the bar. And then after 2020, we realized that we've never really utilized this beautiful patio that we have outside here that has this incredible view.
It is
over the valley.
Amazing.
Right? It's the perfect view. That's K Mountain right across. And then the best swimming hole is just below that. And, we now just do seated service outside on the patio, weather permitting, of course. And, we serve 5 to 6 different types of wines. Usually we go through our core portfolio and, we have some micro lot wines that we will sneak in there sometimes, depending on the time of the week people come to visit.
Yep.
And our staff is amazing. We feel like we offer a really great experience. We're not we're not shy. We really like people to have a good time and enjoy themselves when they come.
From what I can see, there's a lot of lingerers out there. It's not like they come and go. They just.
I think you might have something to do with that, though.
I'm not sure about that. And Charlie, maybe just quickly, how would you characterize the wines here at Corcelette? What kind of a producer are you?
Sure. Well, we're the biggest Similkameen cheerleaders, so everything we're going to talk about is that. We really try to, share with the most exciting parts of different vineyards that we have. Our riper or our bigger red portfolio is. Syrah and Merlot and Cabernet Francs, and we make those in single varietal or in blends. And Pinot is a really exciting part of our program. We do some fun sparkling wines and some really exciting rosés made from Pinot and Syrah as well. So we like to really harness and share the bounty of the valley through vineyards and wine.
You're a bit of a mad dog worker, though, from what I can see. Like you have about 150 acres here, and you've already planted what? Is it 40 or
29?
29.
Yeah.
But you have a new project that you're looking at higher up, so you never stop.
Well, no, I mean this. We just have a winemaking problem. Some people would say, but we people love our wines, and so we just keep trying to share that with them, and it comes. Yeah, we love working our site here. Yeah, we got exciting higher elevation projects we're always chipping away on, and lots of exciting stuff here.
Okay, 2 questions that I always get all the time. Corcelette, where does that name come from? What does it mean, or why is it important? And also the symbol on your bottle, which is pretty cool.
Sure, yeah, I'd love to tackle that, honey. So, Corcelette's named after a family farm in Corcelettes, Switzerland, and the term Corcelette was
which is where Charlie comes from. Just to put that into context,
right,
Charlie's originally from Switzerland.
Was used to define, a garden community put in charge of food production for fortified castles. So there's a few Corcelettes in France. There's a Corcelette in Eastern Canada, in fact. And so it's not unique just to us, but that's what it symbolizes, is a garden community, or a royal garden, if you will. The spiral is just like everything that you've hopefully kind of witnessed here in the last 10 years of our efforts, is a continuous evolution and growth, not just inward, but inward as we develop our skills and our team and our family. And it resonates big with everything that we do. That's a very powerful symbol.
You guys have done a fantastic job. I'm always impressed to see young people working so hard to make, to be a part of the community and really, make this valley move forward. And it's got a lot of foot speed already, but I think you're going to enjoy, and I'm sure your kids are going to enjoy growing up here in the valley.
We hope so.
We hope so.
Yeah.
We love it.
Hey, thanks for joining us for this interview. We just love talking to winery folks about some other things in life too. It's not all wine, and it's nice for our listeners to sort of get behind the screen and meet you. Thanks so much.
For sure.
Thank you.
Great to be here. Thanks for having us.
Our guests are Charlie and Jesce Baessler. They're partners at Corcelettes Estate Winery in the Similkameen Valley.